Beneath the driest place on Earth lies gaming's deepest cave.
I'm so scared right now.
We are stuck here trying to find answers, and the only way out of what appears to be the inside of a saltine cracker lies at the bottom of the hellhole waiting in idols of ash. I personally have always had a fear of heights, and what better way but to participate in psychologically traumatizing exposure therapy. The end goal and my only way out is we have to climb through massive cave systems thousands of feet deep with only a grappling hook to our name and the strongest ankles known to man. Making matters worse, there's a gauntlet of caves progressively getting substantially harder till the final level. Oh boy. And after saying that all out loud, it doesn't sound like the best idea. Starting things off, we are flashbanged by the top side of the structure and literally getting the ropes, which immediately terrified me as once again, falling is something I'm not particularly keen on doing.
Oh. Oh, that's not a sheer surface, I guess, to do that on. What about here? Okay, there we go.
Thankfully, however, normal difficulty would see us encountering save points by snorting down my grandma's ashes. After doing the most demented version of the cinnamon challenge, this first part would be fairly straightforward and nothing fancy. Very quickly, trickiness would be in order as to avoid whatever nightmare diarrhea fuel this centipede is.
Oh, what is that? Ah, oh my god. Okay, never mind. I thought that was gonna save me.
The centipede would become the bane of our existence during this entire playthrough, as climbing with unlimited time is definitely doable.
Jesus Christ.
But climbing while biblically accurate centipede is right behind you and you're trying to find the next handhold, that's a completely different story. Getting away from him was our top priority, and because of that, risks of concussion became increasingly more prevalent.
Oi, oinkies. Oh no! No!
The next lesson we would have to learn is routing. Like any good rock wall, there's creative expression and freedom to pick different routes. As I would look around, I have to be honest, I don't know what the hell I was thinking when I was picking certain routes. Like, why did I think I was safe? This person is not superhuman. Also on the flip side, in certain places, this cave would force a route through. Keeping a route in mind would prove to be more and more vital as we would get closer and closer to the very bottom. Places would choke point and narrow down into only a few or maybe one option.
Oh, hello there!
Oh, that looks utterly terrifying. I don't know if I can possibly get out of this situation, but we're gonna try. Okay, we can do it. All right, just gotta swing. Yeah. Nope. Damn it.
After a few close calls, we make it down to the bottom. Not for lack of me trying to end the run though, as I was trying to speedrun life. Because of this, we did however learn that the grappling hook can potentially save you.
What the heck just happened?
By catching onto a stray ledge, massively decreasing the damage we would have taken, or just none altogether. I wish I could say I was doing this intentionally, but that would be lying. You know what they say, edging skills or hospital bills. Crawling our way now, weak and feeble, we inhale the premium ashes this time. Unfortunately, we had so much of it that we trip harder than anything we've ever seen before and start seeing dead people. But in seriousness, we see the protagonist's partner one last time before we become nothing but a memory. Speaking of serious, we now just unlocked nightmare mode. I thought we were already in the nightmare with that centipede. This first level was just the beginning, the training wheels, and I had to prep myself to start doing tricks on a BMX bike now. And we did not, in fact, have that dog in us yet. The only consolation prize of this difficulty is the level is laid out exactly the same as before.
I like how they give you health already at this part. And nothing has really happened.
So the routes we did before would come in handy yet again. We did not go into heavy detail in the last section because we see yet again here in full force, and just like I did in the moment here, each section will be focused on for details.
What? Excuse me? What?
Well, there isn't much to do when the centipede is essentially spawn camping. We just have to hope that he's not there and be fast enough.
Okay, I just need to make distance on him because I think climbing, he can beat me, but I can outrun him, I think.
The very first section was just a matter of lowering myself and not breaking my legs into 3 angles of non-Euclidean geometry.
Oh, he can actually like do something to you. He can bite off the grappling hook, I think.
Halfway through though, as if the bowels of hell opened up, the lights of some ambient flame guide my way forward.
That is pretty bad. I'm gonna have to just take it. Or land perfectly so we don't get hurt there.
Any trip or hazard now would be threatening to end the run and send me all the way back to the beginning because fun thing, there's no save points here. You can see it all over my face as if constipation is on my mind. Going down would not be an option as the inky black depths awaited me. The real problem with this choke point here is that in nightmare mode, the centipede is faster and smarter, enough to catch you lacking at the only exit. With the path laid out ahead, we knew what we had to do, but arriving near the bottom, that soft, warm green glow greeting me. But all I can think about is the sweaty, racing speed I have to maintain to take a precise, deliberate jumps here to move from platform to platform, because going down will require chucking my grappling hook and praying.
Oh my god. What? What? I actually made something there? This won't kill me, right?
And I don't have a lot of faith in my ability right now. However, judging that distance would be difficult with the sway the hook has, and it would fall at a breakneck speed, so I would have to throw it early enough. And again, some amount of luck after you fall in some distance, as it's ricocheting every which way to Sunday. Due to this, mistakes would happen, but you know what they say. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. And with more than enough health now, the fastest way down is falling on my face. With a smidge of health and a dream, I continue my obsession to earn my family earns. Don't worry, it's none of your concern how I cure my throat burn. And the ending, exactly the same. I don't know how many family members I have yet to work through to go up into my nasal cavities to complete my collection, but I'm here for this. Now, to reflect on Nightmare Mode in its inverted version. The whole cave would play its Uno reverse card, and everything is now flipped on its head. Already from the start, you can tell we are a bit in over our heads.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Yeah, it's really clever. That is such a fun way, because it's like they don't even have to make another map. You're leaping. You're like leaping from place to place.
Trying to take damage would be a luxury and would leave me flubbering for the next ledge, even being so far that we couldn't throw to another ledge.
Oh my god, I thought I landed it. Why would I want to go here even? I don't know how you would not take damage in like a couple of these segments.
It'd only be the next day with a fresh mind and frankly uncramped fingers that the answer would come to me. Playing through this game, as you get a little bit further and further along, the game forces you to learn new things, try out new stuff, and get new techniques and strategies.
Oh my gosh, that was slick. That was so freaking slick.
For example, these horizontal beams, they are the absolute cream of the crop. As long as you fling your hook with enough time, it's almost a guarantee to wrap around and even better, not cause a concussion on the way back round like most ledges. They also give you an incredible amount of distance.
We gotta drop down. Ooh. Ow. Okay. Gotta take some amount of damage, I suppose. Gotta take some amount of damage.
But any distance we make is shaky at best right now, because every mistake is amplified even more here on this inversion.
I don't know. I'm still wondering if I can drop and try to hook on by sheer dumb luck. Okay, well, I did. That's cheeky. I'm gonna die if I don't get this. Okay, I got it. I still almost died regardless. I know that centipede is not that far away either. Okay. This is definitely easier once you get to that middle section.
Every ledge is a little bit smaller. All the falls are a little bit longer. And the centipede is the centipede.
Okay, health, health. Nope. Oh my god, there's still so... Oh, I don't know how I made that, to be honest. Okay, I'm gonna die here. Yep. Damn.
Like going to the wrong spot at the choke point, only here getting to it is an even harder endeavor. And let me tell you, the number of times I went the wrong direction only to be left dangling is an embarrassing amount of times. With the hardest quote-unquote section out of the way, we could finally rappel down, but that was the only consolation we would be given with our friend showing up again to show us his pearly whites.
I don't have time for the health right now. I really... Oh no. Oh frick. What? I don't have time. I don't have time. Just go.
I really felt his increased speed here. It really made a huge impact as each jump was just more perilous. You didn't have as much time to think here. Each section would perhaps be the first time me even seeing it.
What the hell is even that?
If I wanted to ensure myself not going back to the beginning, which would lead my flight response to be absolutely activated, embodying my primal ancestors' prey instinct, leaping for an absolutely impossible jump. With each death, each fall, each missed snag of the hook, our movements became a little bit more fluid. It's like my fingers were oiled up, ready for your mom, and I knew where they had to go. Strategies, routes, techniques were going from thoughtful to instinctual. This level made me feel what it's like to be a true climber, making leaps of faith with the core of my soul. Exhaustion setting in less as every movement became a little bit more efficient. I was locking in, my mind becoming like that of the centipede, becoming that which I hate the most. Both of us a creature that can climb these walls effortlessly with enough time, with predatory instinct. Each handhold a morsel, a new snack, a taste of freedom, and a relief that we won't have to go without for a little while longer, avoiding becoming prey to gravity. Gravity would have to become our ally. Tensions are now rising, skittering footsteps behind us, sweat perspirating on my palms, my hands becoming claws, the feeling I was slowly becoming the hunted instead of hunter. Words did not come to us as we approached the end. I will not be trapped to complete this level again.
Ooh.
After finally being able to breathe once again, first kiln, the real challenge, revealed itself. At this point, I thought there were no surprises that could leave us dumbfounded, that could impede our progress. I thought everything I had in my tool belt would handle the stuff ahead. I would come to learn that if nightmare is like a bowl of sand, first kiln will be the whole damn beach. The majority of my time in this dark and frankly terrifying place, a cave that if you fall, no one would ever find you ever again or hear you scream. I felt like a mouse in a cave diver that lost their exit. Madness would creep in and we would be doomed to repeat first kiln over and over again. Seeing that first frame, it's immediately apparent that something is very wrong. We don't belong here. Because as you can see right here, we are in the circle of hell for people that talk in the movie theaters. The absolute bottom of the bottom. Yikes. First Kill has the exact same strangleholds, no save points, but even worse as you'll come to see. For crimes against humanity, there would be a new route that I would have to wrap my smooth brain around, and facing off against not one, but two centipedes. Right. From the start. And they're even faster and smarter than before. I don't know what they're giving these centipedes down here, and I'm not looking to become a number and a statistic, thank you very much. Not that I had much of a choice, as I would get violated being tag teamed by the dastardly duo. With two centipedes, the sounds of dentures made me think back on my grandma. Maybe that's where all these centipedes are getting the dentures from. Going down into the ring, waiting for our cameo centipede guest to come right along seemed like the right move because of an upcoming choke point. And you don't want a centipede too close to you, following that with ledges the size of fingernails. The main character must have hands for feet, with how you're able to hug onto these 1mm crimps. Past that, a maze that's not very well designed. Perhaps I'm taking it for granted.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Followed by a loop-de-loop and pull. Falling would be the only course of action.
That's so bad. I don't know where I'm supposed to be going then. I don't know. I guess I just gotta book it. I just gotta try something.
Quite a few times I tried the RNGesus method of hoping my hook would land on this little toothpick from up here as I come hurtling at it faster than Mach 5. Instead of praying that this would work, landing hard on my feet just felt way more consistent.
Okay, there are in fact ways to get down there slower, I believe. Nope. Okay.
Despite all this, sometimes the best runs would be just full sending it and hoping something good would happen. Every now and again, it did. As you can see, we reached incredibly far down to the bottom. An easier section got skipped, but a lot of distance was made nonetheless. In this specific arboreal section, you can see that the heights are pretty tall here, so making any little mistake is just gonna nuke your health. And I can't really afford to be doing that when I might be falling to begin with. The minute we got out of the cock and ball torture of all this, and me calling the cave daddy, we became stuck, and the centipede's stepbrother.
Wait!
And as you can see, I totally lost it. Later on, our runs were only getting a little bit more consistent, getting to whatever you could call this impromptu colonoscopy is, with small platforms far away like a distant dream. The risks have now reached ludicrous levels. Each death at this point would be at least 10 minutes of my life to even get back to that point. Changing things up yet again, first kill wouldn't turn the level upside down, but on its side. Every stalactite here would be jutting out at an angle from the wall. Finding purchase with a grappling hook would sometimes be easy, other times not so much. Additionally, I can only think that that these rocks are wetter than a slip and slide down here. Because if you move on any of these soda straws of rock formations, you will inevitably be sent down the drain straight to another circle of hell. Like, what is this? There's no hunting to be had, no guaranteed handholds here, it feels. I'm but a speck on this beach. Insignificant, meaningless. The spirit of human determination does not matter in the scope of such a threat. As we fail again and again, my mind drifts to a quote that I think about. From Batman Nightfall, it's like a comic. All men have limits. They learn what they are and learn not to exceed them. I ignore mine. I have learned my limits, but to go further, I have to ignore them completely. Each time it was make or break. There was no room for error. If I fell, I would die. There's no reservations. Descending into the inferno requires a leap of faith. Scary or not, capable enough or not, whether it is the right time or not, you have to fight your demons eventually. This cave, this persona, this creature, we've found its digestive system finally. After some nail-biting action with precision, a different type of focus would be required, flipping it up for tiny pinprick spaces to a megastructure. At this point, some much-needed health. Further into this temple of pain, a smooth cylinder with awkward ledges. But this was not the time for trepidation or unguided thoughts. The green glow finally greeted me. I knew I was approaching the end. I thought I would never see the end of this monumental structure. I saw it, but I guess I just wasn't bold or dumb enough to make it, except by falling. But I would wake this time only to see the beginning yet again. Reaching the bottom for what it's worth, because you can see the bottom from very far away, would take patience and efficiency. Mistakes compounded with interest, each mistake bringing me closer to the swarm of centipedes. Something to mention, a new centipede will spawn in each section, and they all chase you at the same time.
Oh man, he's just sitting there. He's just sitting there.
Each mistake bringing my health down, leaving each jump to have a smaller and smaller margin of error. All of this stacking up to maybe missing a critical jump, a pivotal snag to plummet to whatever death is convenient at the time.
What? That kills me.
We would see the green glow several times, but the pressure, the tension in my very fingers locked me up. I would say this place is a fine chef, because I was cooked. Or was it? Each risk was calculated, knowing where the next heal was. Each spot where these centipedes could trap me would be anticipated. Each route that would ensure speed and agility. Every movement becoming a little bit more efficient every time. Final area, again, challenges us in a new way. Just straight up a foot race with the centipede. This area sorely lacks shortcuts that are get-rich-quick schemes. Low risk, high distance routes. Here, the only way through, it seems, is to rappel down precisely and quickly. To even rappel here in the first place would often require some horizontal movement, putting us again at a huge disadvantage against the centipede. To win, I would need my health for a last-ditch effort to fall for distance, and as much distance as I can garner by going real fast. Each step, the pressure was building to a crescendo. Am I gonna fall yet again? Is all this effort a waste? One last leap of faith, each mistake, each failure leading up to now to one thing going right. I learned something descending into the pits. Turns out it wasn't something that was external that I needed. It was something that was always inside of me all along.
Oh my god.
Oh boy, now that we found the light, imbuing our grappling hook with our ancestor spirits, I finally kicked my addiction to snorting my ancestral ashes. It's a good thing too, as we are plunging now into darkness, to once and for all escape this place. With first kiln being inverted, having went on our proverbial Dante's Inferno, we will now have to crawl our way out from hell to heaven, or at the least, the normal world. With our new divinity, I'm ready to descend now. Kind of a bad boy now, if you didn't know. I'm gonna be coming back from hell, or so I hope. You would think the route out here would be predictable and similar since we did the exact opposite, but the difference here is dramatic. From the very start, it's already not straightforward. You'd think with doing the opposite, we would be well prepared. However, observing what this place looks like upside down was not exactly the first thought in my mind ever as I was fighting for my goddamn life. Inverted, all the ledges felt smaller. Gaps were even wider. But to make up for this mind-wrenching pain that I'm going to be going through, centipedes would give us a little bit of breathing room. The first two sections we could take our leisurely time with. Did not make things necessarily easier, as I still found the top 10 best ways to smash my face into concrete.
Really anything? How am I supposed to make that? Can I make that? There's a way, right? There's a world. There's a world I can make that, right? Nope. Damn. Oh, man.
Getting to the iconic globe, which I knew a little bit more about, the centipede awaits us most times.
Okay, what the heck is that? What am I even supposed to do about this? I don't feel like he's supposed to be doing that.
Kind of a funny spot because it is all too easy to get trapped in here with the spokesperson for dental insurance going down now the small intestine of this cave like a piece of food that cannot be processed. With a trip down the absolute worst section in the regular version, I swear these stone straws are now angled even a little bit more precariously here. It's probably just me, but they feel even more slick and close together. On this side, we also don't have a floor potentially cushioning our fall.
Off and then woo-hoo. Damn. Okay. I'm hoping that it's going to be a little bit better as we get away from this first section.
Giving us our last dregs of life. We either make the jump or become the pavement. A really substantial change on this side of where my parents went to go to school. The spires were long claws descending down. The distance between these claws were dramatic compared to the spires. Going down safely would either require careful positioning horizontally between the claws, losing us distance to good old Mr. Pede, or risk slamming my face into the side hard enough to go into the next dimension. Next up, big tree. Check. Big phallic structure. Chekaruski. About the same, just more opportunity to lose health little by little, as there's no easy horizontal beam to really Leroy Jenkins onto after this point.
Oh my god, what the hell? Why? Why? Why is there one here? Oh my god.
And the tower has the Bane Backbreaker 3000 slide. Turns out each ticket comes with its own trip to the ER. Ring of Fire yet again into the easiest section, in my opinion, of this mirror. Easy repelling and 2 precious health pools for me to soak up. Following that, the maze that was hard to lose myself in, as I did in fact remember rock formations in the previous difficulty. And as long as you went down in this version, I don't think there's really any way of you getting trapped. That is, if you end up at the correct spot. There was one spot with a double prong situation. In my haste, and just like before in regular first kill, and the centipede would find a way to catch up to us here. There were these stacking tiny little obstacles adding up in interest, wasting whatever precious time I did have. Getting here was a magnitude of difficulty more. How much? I'm not exactly sure I'm the right person to ask about it, but I would prefer not to do it again. By some stroke of luck, seeing this for the very first time, we make it to safe ground with even health waiting for us. Why? Why is there health immediately before the last section? I'll do you one better. Why did I take so long before moving into the last section? Peeps and peepettes and everyone in between, it's because I seem to have a missing link between the only 2 brain cells that I have. Once in there, I realized I needed as much time as possible. That right there needed some swing, and the centipede took that very seriously.
Okay, come on, make the landing. Stick the landing. Okay.
It did not take me long to get here from beating first kill to now. However, getting back to this point yet again would trip me up over and over due to overthinking, second guessing, plaguing my next many attempts. Everything was narrowing in. My enemy was not gravity now, as I learned what it approved of and didn't. My enemy was not the centipede, as with the right moves they can be avoided. My enemy was time. Every single thing leading up to the exit, enlightenment, the solution of my problems, and our salvation was forcing me to have the sand slip through my hand. Every micro decision, every gamble to leverage just a little bit more speed would be necessary. Creativity, expression had to be used because not every route would be at my disposal every time, just due to variables complicating the situation. How much health I had, where are the centipedes, because I never quite truly know, and in what sections am I truly feeling efficient in that moment. I was hunting down not the next handhold, but my very last moments, pulling the string of fate my way, wrestling it with the very fiber of my being. This centipede is not going to decide my destiny. This demon of time chases us all, and taking that leap of faith again and again is really, quite frankly, one of the most terrifying things. We all have what it takes to fight that demon. The demon has many names, and I truly believe we all have it in us to fight that demon, and it's okay that it's a little bit scary.
Let's take the fall damage. We should live from this easily. Nice and easy. Freaking losers. Okay. Oh my god. Be candid now that things are finally quiet. I did in fact go rock climbing after finishing this game. I did not think this game would push me to do that, to push on my limits a little bit. I think that's a little bit beautiful. So, thank you all so much for watching from the bottom of my heart. And if you want to help a stay-at-home dad make videos just like this,
Please subscribe down below. I'll be seeing y'all later. Peace.
Brother, what's that?